At the same time, a short disclaimer as such. I have some folks waiting for me, at 11. So I would just keep it to the script and leave it, we'll take permission from all of you to actually, go back to them, and we need to get back to wide field out there. So sorry about that, because, but really couldn't, really can't help from that perspective. So thanks for your time and your presence out here. I head HR for Movate, and previously have worked with organizations like EY, was part of the consulting division, then moved over to Mindtree. I was there with Mindtree for 19 years. So a lot of time, my talk is more about my experiences in the organizations that I have actually worked for, and how each of the people practices, we've tried changing it, and I have tried to learn, adapt to things. Along with my regular day job, I also lead the NHRD chapter. So thanks for the partnership with BW, out here. And I lead I'm the honorary president for the Bangalore chapter. So that's again one additional responsibility that I handle, and that obviously keeps me learning. Now today's topic was really about L&D tech transformation, and how do we align L&D with our workforce development. If you really look at it, we live in an era, where the world is changing faster than ever before. And technology is reshaping industries, defining economies, and revolutionizing the way we work. And amidst all this transformation, a pressing question arises: how do we ensure our workforce evolves alongside these changes? And the answer to that lies in aligning, one of the answers, I would say, is aligning the L&D strategies with workforce development goals. And more importantly, how do we leverage technology, not just to bridge the skill gaps, but to empower employees to thrive, and make them successful. Today, I would like to share some insights from my experience, with my previous company, and especially Movate, focusing on two key areas. And that is, the first thing is about how do we integrate technology with workforce development goals. And the second is, how do we bridge the skill gaps? And if I were to just talk about integrating technology, when we talk about infusing technology into L&D, it's not just about making processes faster or more efficient. It is about transforming traditional learning paradigms into something that's agile, scalable, and most importantly, learner-centric. Now, gone are the days, and obviously we all know about it, that one size fits all courses in traditional learning management systems. Today learners demand more dynamic, immersive, and hyper-personalized experiences driven by technologies like AI, automation, and social collaboration tools, right? And another example that we obviously see is the whole thing around conferences. Today, even NHRD, when I organize conferences, people are more comfortable saying that, yes, it's all available. How is it that it is helping me in driving my whole AI charter or technology adoption? Those are some of the things that I'm really interested to know, learn from it. Now, when I started with Movate, that's again one of the things that was there. We were working on an LMS, which was really archaic. Technology was really not, it was limited. Yes, technology was there, but it was limited. Then we moved to, something, a learning experience platform, which was more built internally, right? And based on the collective experience wisdom of all the learners, as well as of all the folks out there, and which really unlocked opportunities for more personalized learning out there. We're still in that journey. We're still, not out there. But a 3-year roadmap that we are really building is to really, build a world-class social navigation career system, right? That's basically out there, where all elements are integrated using technology. Now, if I were to again look at technology, just last week I met someone, a company from Australia, And I thought one of the things which technology might not touch is really about coaching. Again, every time when I learn, when I see something, I'm always surprised. And especially, this is a company which really specializes in sales coaching, right? And they just looked at the services industry. And, it was really, really surprising to see how they are building AI on top of that, how they are feeding in the questions, the responses, and people are getting hooked onto that. So I think that's really what is happening at this point of time, is really about technology really disrupting about that. And Bilkis and me were just talking, where do we see the future of conferences going forward, right? Is it again going to be technology? Is this live sort of thing really going to happen? So I think that's where we stand, and even in organizations today, that's really the challenge we are going. About personalization, it is about technology, and gone are the days of saying that, bite size, small size burning, video based, and all those things. I think these are all given at this point of time. Now, similarly, looking at all those aspects, we enhanced our learning experience platform with automation, API integrations, bridging the gap between the LXP and the social career navigation system. Obviously, gamification, all those things comes into play, right? Needless to say that. And we branded internally something called as the brand name of the social career navigation is something called as iAccelerate. So that's basically what we did to really get participation from all the stakeholders and coming together on that. Now, this particular experience obviously taught us a valuable lesson, that innovation isn't about starting over or chasing the latest trends. Sometimes it is being resourceful and maximizing what we already have, right? And I'm sure all of you would agree to that. Now, as we evaluate whether we need a commercially available social career navigation system, we see the value of building tailored solutions that align directly with the organizational needs. And that's where, more of things that we've been doing internally. Obviously, the partner ecosystem is something which is very, very important, needless to say about that. The second aspect that I want to really cover about is really how are we trying to bridge the skill gaps? And again, now that's something again which is very, very important. I think the business dynamics are also changing on a regular basis. And I can tell you it's not been easy. The last couple of years has not been easy on the IT industry as such, right? And today, how are we, the ROI question always comes in, people not getting allocated, sufficiently, people working extra hours. And obviously, at the same time, I think these are some of the challenges which we go on a day-to-day basis. So that's basically some of the things that we have been looking at it. So where we have been looking at, obviously, there's an internal, we have the data and AI practice. We have our internal L&D teams. We have been exploring. We actually evaluated almost like 35 tools, 35 partner platforms which uses AI. And finally, we narrowed down on 2. We did our pilots, we narrowed down on 2, and we are actually now implementing that along with our partners, other than the internal thing. Now, just taking an example, an employee excelling in communication but struggling with technical skills, our system adapts, offering focused training in weaker areas while reinforcing their strengths. A personalized approach ensures no size fits all. So today, Movate's business is one third of the business is really on the BPO side of it, and 2/3 is on the ITO side. And now the BPO side is obviously where all of you are aware of that, which is seeing the maximum tech disruption, right? So that's basically something out there. So coaching and all those things has become more tech-enabled, out there. And obviously, we don't have a choice on that particular thing. The other thing that we internally branded something was, again, another platform which is called an iResolve, right? So now that was really getting simulators. So any of be it on a new hire orientation program, to somebody getting onboarded on a particular account, to simulations on what they're supposed to do the work, I think now it's all simulators that are going. So obviously, don't want to name the name of the partner. Obviously, we've gone through an evaluation, but something that is internally we branded is called iResolve. Now today, especially on the CX, the BPO side of it, iResolve, we have actually covered all the accounts, out there. And this is basically helping the organization or the teams for faster deployment, right? We are seeing efficiencies in terms of the quality, the response, their efficiency, and more customers are, driving productivity levels in a big way. So these are some of the things which is helping, these simulators, these case studies and things like that, which really was more of classroom or direct sessions. It's been taken over by technology, and AI is now driving on top of that to realize what were the common pain points, where were the mistakes happening, right? And then trying to drive on that. So today, technology is not just about looking at where, only for few of the functions or the areas in HR. I think L&D is equally going through a big disruptions in the way we operate and how employees are going to seek value from all of us. Now, as we speak, one of the things, I can tell you just today the board is also asking all of us, right? How are you using AI and all? So just one recent example is even for succession planning and all, I was evaluating what are some of the off-the-shelf products which exist on talent planning, leading to succession planning, leadership development and all. So I think that's again, those are some of the things which we are today trying to look at how we are trying to drive L&D, talent development, organization development. I'm just clubbing everything together and trying to bring that technology angle to all these areas. Now, obviously, is there a gap? Yes, absolutely, there is a big gap, not just in employees. I think for HR professionals, L&D professionals also, I think what is really required is understanding of all these platforms, how technology is disrupting, and in our day-to-day operations itself, how can we actually inculcate that whole tech aspect of things into it. And to stay ahead, and that's the honest answer, we have established feedback loops through employee surveys, or it is really through customer. Now, customer feedback is becoming a big thing, analyst reviews. And today I can tell you, in most of, at least, all of us will be feeling in our own organizations. Customers today or a prospect when they are coming, they want to really understand how are we upskilling and reskilling our own employees. And there are classic examples of they wanting that to be implemented within their organization itself. So I think that's the journey that we are going through. To conclude, I would say that bridging skill gaps and fostering innovation isn't just about implementing the latest tech. It's about creating a culture of continuous learning and adaptability. It's about leveraging the intersection of technology, human capital, and innovation to drive the whole innovation piece, as well as resilience and growth. I think that's really what is important. And this journey, what I really summarized, a bit of whatever I could actually say. And this journey has actually shown us the success comes from a balance of bold ideas, strategic thinking, and ability to adapt ourselves. The future of L&D isn't just about keeping up. It's about leading the way. Not a business enabler anymore. And that we have seen over the years. L&D is truly a strategic business partner and a very important cog in the wheel for any organization. So thank you for your time, and just wanted to give the quick note and kickstart with things. So thank you, Bilkis. And as I said, I'm really sorry for just rushing into that. Obviously, had a lot more case studies to narrate, but happy to connect with anyone and discuss about the journey that we've been going through. Obviously, want to hear from your own experiences. And yes, if you have gone through, another forum, not just BW as partners, NHRD, we have our monthly meetings. Happy to host you and hear your stories which can be shared with the larger audience. So on that note, I also wanted to just let you know that NHRD Bangalore, just my last 30 seconds, we are hosting our national conference. This time the national conference for NHRD is going to be in Bangalore, which is on 7th and 8th of February. And look forward to active participation from everyone. Bilkis has obviously confirmed, they have been part of our partners, and they would obviously be there, and we would be working on more, the practical aspects of it going forward. So look forward to meeting you all there and connecting with you. So thank you very much.